Went all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Quick throw here to Hilton. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Taylor, the ball carrier.
Jonathan Taylor, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
The ball carrier.
He's certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson.
The pass.
Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Fields this way up at the 17. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here.
2nd and 7.
Switch.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he's got some space here. But he will finally be taken down, but not before he gets it to the Colts 30. That one good for 37 yards.
Now, the good thing for you, partner, is you're not as old as I am, okay? So true. So back when the dinosaurs roamed the earth, the right side of an offensive line was almost always your power side. Your bigger, stronger, physical guys. And on this play, they tossed it right and looked like it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, but that's not the case so much anymore, you're saying, with the bigger guys?
Not necessarily.
Find the best guys, plug them in on your O-line.
Right. As a general rule now, you're a lot more balanced on your offensive line. It might still lean towards your best pass blocker on the left side,
sure,
but not necessarily all the time.
11 at the Colts 30-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this one caught by Cameron Braid. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And Robinson with a big catch. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
That's good.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st down and goal to go.
49, guys. Mike.
He'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Marquise Goodwin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Colts 14, Bears 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Rodgers on the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Colts take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away. Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. That's into the hands of Pascal. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Montgomery. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, Bananas Miller, he's got it. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. Back to throw now on 1st down. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Jimmy Graham, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
Ties the game at 14. Santos set to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14-all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The give to Taylor. He finds an opening past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
I know that on draft day, Jonathan Taylor was disappointed he didn't go in the 1st round, but when he heard his name called in the 2nd round by the Indianapolis Colts, he had to be jumping up and down with excitement because of their big, strong, physical offensive line. And you put that with his downhill running style, and you've got a perfect combination, the perfect storm for a young guy coming into the league. 225 pounds, sub 4.4 at the combine. He's going to get plenty of opportunities to be a battering ram.
Second and 11. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On the counter, it's Taylor. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down.
4 yards. It's now fourth down.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down. They do go for it. It's Wentz. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the fourth down attempt and keeping the drive alive? And this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And the Colts first down.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his second touchdown on the season. And the Colts have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On second down now. It's Montgomery. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Ordinarily in short yardage, most people don't run a toss because it takes a little bit longer to develop. But some teams see it as a very physical type run because the amount of people that get out in front of the runner, offensive linemen, tight ends, sometimes an extra back. They like to run that play there and try and run over people.
Complete to Marquise Goodwin.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
The 29-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts' 20-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there to set them up 1st and goal. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. But now it's 3rd and goal.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And this is going to be a Colts 1st down as the tackle made here at the 36. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Colts. Throwing is Wentz. Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. From midfield, here's Wentz. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
Jonathan Taylor.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz
Wentz on the sack.
Khalil Mack, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. Flush to his right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Below Nichols. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That is caught at the 7. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Jimmy Graham with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears have retaken the lead. Santos now to add the PAT. And that one gives them a 3-point lead.
Is good. Makes the score Bears 24, Colts 21.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Nyheim Hines on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points. So they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Wentz now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. Looking deep for Hilton. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 6, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. A final shot before half for Wentz. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Incomplete. Desmond Trufant on the coverage.
And like
likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And this is going to be incomplete. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
Man, it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. He completes this into the hands of Miller. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That's a gain.
A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot.
And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
To throw again. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Anthony Miller.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. And his throw is incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
The 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly. And that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
That's complete right around the 8. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. Always got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Roquan Smith, the Bears' leading tackler last season, makes the stop.
2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On the ground, it's Mack. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at about the Bears' 35. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Good pickup there by Marlon Mack, and he was a 1,000-yard runner in 2019 and has been very consistent in moving the ball for the Colts. Last 2 seasons, at least 8 touchdowns rushing each year.
1st and 10, Taylor now. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
At the 35-yard line.
They run once more with Taylor. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't it?
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Looking deep for Hilton. And that will be incomplete.
But we saw that he had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again. They'll go for it. It's Wentz sliding out of the pocket. And he's got his man Hilton. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. T.Y. Hilton once again the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. They run with Hines. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Touchdown.
Nyheim Hines, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts have tied things up. They can take the lead with the extra point.
His kick is good.
And this one through the uprights and good.
Colts 28, Bears 27. Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Intended for
receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. They'll look to run with Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
6-yard line.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Now a toss running left is Mack. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Marlon Mack, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts take advantage of the turnover to put up 6. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that, and wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears.
Always thought Allen Robinson was a high flyer from his days at Penn State, and none of that has changed with the Chicago Bears. If you throw the ball out to the perimeter, if it's a 50-50 ball, more times than not, he's going to come down with it. And some say he was the victim of some subpar quarterback play last year. He didn't let that bother him at all. Stud, 98 catches and over 1,000 yards receiving. Allen Robinson just goes out and plays hard each and every week.
A 9-yard pickup, just 1 yard away from 3 consecutive 1st down plays.
At the 41-yard line.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
At the 37-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's got Miller. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. And that one falls incomplete. Try to dump it underneath. Now 2nd down.
For David Montgomery.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked by the rookie, Julian Blackmon.
3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Taylor. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
4 yards.
But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. Caught left side by Hilton. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
A gain of 11.
A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the fourth quarter. So that one will be accepted. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Back in the 30.
Again, it's Taylor. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. Second straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So 2 disastrous running plays, and now they face a 3rd and very long. They fake the give. Now Wentz on the move to his left. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Now Wentz. A good throw here, finding Pascal. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. 4th down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
They'll keep it on the ground. Taylor looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
4th down.
And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Working from the gun. Wentz. He's got Jack Doyle. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Bears will get the football back. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle, that's caught by Miller. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
He's back to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. And the Colts pick it up. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed. On 1st down, it's Hines. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's Khalil Mack, the all-pro, in there to get him behind the line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Wentz to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown.
Touchdown, Bears.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
So what can the Bears do here as they'll go for 2? He'll look to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he's not going to get there. The defense able to come up with a big stop, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. Oh, did the Bears get it? They did. Chicago football. A field goal will do it for them. They got the onside kick that they needed here. We'll see if they can do the rest.
Some teams are just not comfortable waiting to see what happens. Some teams like to force the action. That's exactly what we saw with this onside kick.
the line, prepping for their next drive. The Bears offense. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Man open left side. It's Williams. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards there and a first down. Caught out left side by Robinson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 on the last play, 19 more here and another first down.
18-yard line.
On second down, it's Montgomery. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
And the lead is up to 5.
Good. Makes the score Bears 40, Colts 35. Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
Yeah, we'll see if they go back to base.
First down, Colts.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw is Wentz. Looking left side, and it's complete. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
And a Colts first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw, Wentz. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. T.Y. Hilton once again the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. On play action, it's Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayer.